The woman picked up a roll of plastic wrap and started wrapping it tightly around her face. She sealed every inch without leaving a single gap. Then she held the bottom with both hands so she couldn't breathe at all. Soon she was on the verge of suffocation. Right before passing out, she desperately tried to tear it off, but she had wrapped it so thick and tight there was no edge to grab. She had to dig her fingers into her mouth to rip it open and finally breathe again. But Lisa wasn't trying to take her own life. She just felt like her life was too perfect. So perfect that everything around her seemed unreal. Ever since she and her husband moved to this town, every day felt polished but painfully dull. Every morning, all the women stood outside at the same time to wave their husbands off to work, and every man worked as a programmer. In the mornings, the women did posture training together. In the afternoons, they swam and had tea. The lifestyle was comfortable, but also suffocatingly boring. Then one strange event made her believe everything might be fake. Lisa was cleaning the window when the wall behind her suddenly began moving forward. In seconds, she was pinned between the wall and the glass. She couldn't breathe, but the next second the wall retracted on its own. Lisa thought she was hallucinating, but the foundation smeared on the glass made her doubt that. Later, when she started cooking, she discovered the eggs she bought were all hollow. One after another she crushed them. They were all empty inside. This made her doubt if the luxury she lived in was even real. Deep down she felt this life didn't belong to her. Lisa used to have a career and hobbies, not this strange existence. And oddly enough, ever since moving here, she'd lost all memory of her previous life. She suddenly realized she had never left this place. She could only move within a limited zone. Curious what the outside world looked like, Lisa took a bus to the edge of the town, but halfway there the driver refused to go any further. He said it was only safe within the town. Then Lisa saw something terrifying. A plane crashed into a mountain right in front of them. She urged the driver to head over and help, but he claimed he didn't see anything and still refused to drive any farther.
I don't go that way.
So Lisa got off the bus and ran toward the crash. As she left the town behind, everything around her began to blur. Her mind grew dizzy and unfocused. After climbing the entire mountain, she never found the crash site. Instead, she discovered a massive dome made of transparent glass. She pressed her hand against it. Then both her hand and the glass started glowing red, until the heat knocked her out cold. When she woke up, she was back in her bed at home. Now she couldn't tell if any of it had actually happened, or if it was all a dream. The next day, Lisa received a phone call from a neighbor. The woman on the other end was crying. She said everything around Lisa was fake. No matter what, Lisa had to escape. She warned her not to trust anyone, especially not her husband. But before the woman could finish, it sounded like someone dragged her away. Lisa found it suspicious, and as soon as she stepped outside, she saw that very neighbor standing on her rooftop.
Margaret?